Hello, Anna Stropnik here. Hope you're doing well. And my question for you today is, are you currently working from home or looking to work from home? In this video, in a few minutes, I'm going to share with you what are 5 challenges that every working from home mom will probably face if you're considering this as your life path, as your career. So let's get started. I've been working from home for 6 years, almost 6 years now. And the reason why I started was because I did not necessarily want to have my kids at home and homeschool and all that. I didn't think I was qualified for that. But what I really wanted to do is have choices. I wanted to be able to pick up my kid from school whenever time I want to, and not whatever time I had to, because I had to work from 8 to 5, and that meant that I was leaving my son at the daycare from the time they opened till the time they closed. So it was very difficult for me to, in case he was sick, in case something happened, it was always big stress. And now, since I work from home, I was able to pick him up at 12, have him be in school only until 12 when he was just preschool VPK. I could pick him up at 3, after their nap or whatever. It was very, very flexible for me. And you know what happened after I had my daughter, because she was born in 2018, end of 2018. So we had, she was a year, and we didn't really have to put her in daycare or anything like that. But when this pandemic started, I still kept her at home. Even now she's almost 3 years old. So we have these options, when we work from home. So it's amazing. But I will share with you some of the challenges that we have. So before I do that, I know that some of you have never seen any of my videos. So I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Anna Stropnik, and I help busy moms start a side hustle to make online profits without missing family time fun. So if you haven't downloaded yet, I actually have a free giveaway that I have on my website, 7 legit ways for moms to make money from home. I'm going to drop the link down below so you can grab it. And it's something, if you're looking to work from home, there's some of the ideas that moms are taking advantage of right now in 2021. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to share with you the first thing. So number 1 challenge that you will probably face as a mom or working from home is that nobody's going to take your work seriously. You're I'll give you an example. When I was pregnant with my son, and when I had my son, I had to go back to work. And you know how great it is here in the US that after 3 months you're required to go back to your job, and you have to get a babysitter or daycare or whatever. Somebody else is actually raising your kids while you're working. So for me, I felt that was terrible. Where I come from in Croatia, and most of the modern world, women have a year, 9 months to a year to spend with their babies. And here that's not the case. So what we did, we actually flew in my parents, my in-laws, and they were all watching my son until he was 2 years old at home before he started going into daycare. So that was huge, and I wanted the same thing for my daughter as well. And but when I was already working from home when my daughter was born, and nobody took me seriously. They're like, we don't need to come over there, you're fine, you work from home now. So I was like, oh dear. And yeah, it was fine. It was very, very difficult, but yeah, I'm not gonna say anything, it was fine. So the number 1 thing is people are not gonna take you seriously. Number 2 is you may let yourself go. You want to admit it or not, but if you don't actually wake up every morning, start getting ready, getting our hair done, makeup and all of that. No, you're sometimes you spend your first hour of work in PJs. Sometimes it's we don't get our hair done on time, and maybe when we are going on a trip or have something going on. So it's you will let yourself go in that sense, where you're not on top of your hair, nails, makeup like you would be if you were actually going into the office. So it's okay. We gotta have self-discipline, and I'm thinking about that, getting my hair done. It's a must, and I have to do it very, very soon. So that's number 2. Number 3 is you'll get to snack all day, all day long. You know, there's always that pantry where you can go grab nuts, go grab this, go grab that from your fridge. So, you know, likely if you have a sedentary job, you may gain weight when you work from home, and that's a big downfall. But everything is just so accessible. So try to limit the things that you actually have at home that are bad for you, and, you know, like load up with healthy snacks if you can. So that's my tip. Number 3, so that's like you will be snacking all day, maybe gain weight. Number 4 is you will be asked to multitask. So people will not take you seriously. Oh, you know, you're already home, you know, can you do this, can you do that? So my husband will often call me and he's like, oh, you know, so and so is coming, can you do this, can you do that? Or I forgot to do this, I forgot to do that. And it's like, it can be really, really overwhelming when you're trying to do your work. I have a baby at home as well, and then, you know, like people just throw things at you because they just think, oh, you're home anyway. So that's number 4. And then number 5, it's like you're being with your kids, but you're not necessarily spending quality time with your kids when you're working. So I often have to like entertain my daughter with toys, with TV, with tablet or something like that. You know, yes, screen, you know, maybe too much than I would really like to, but you have to do that in order for you to actually finish your work. So hopefully these tips were helpful. And, you know, if you're considering, you got to know what are some of the bad things and some of the challenges that you will be facing as a working from home mom. So I wanted to share those with you. But, you know, in all reality, like the good things really outweigh all the bad things and all the challenges. You know, when I started my business 5 years ago, when I started my home-based business, my goal was always to be able to go home and spend summers in Croatia. And you know how no jobs will ever give you that opportunity where you can just, you know, oh, you know, I'm just going to take 2 months off, and, you know, while kids are out of school, yeah, maybe if you're a teacher, but it doesn't pay that well, so you still cannot do that. And, you know, I'm just going to go and take off and go and spend that time in Croatia. It doesn't work like that. So but I always wanted to find a way how I can do this. And when I saw my business opportunity, I saw that way. I saw that's a possibility, because you can really literally work from anywhere. You can work on your phone, wherever you have the internet, you can do this business. So I was like, it's always on my vision board. It's always in my list. So not only because, you know, Croatia is beautiful, but because my whole family lives there. I want to be able to visit them, not just every 7 years like we did last time. It's been 7 years since we've been. So now it's like this summer was the first time after 7 years we saw my family, we saw my brother, I met my nephews, his kids for the first time, our kids met together for the first time. So it is something that I want to continue doing every single year, every summer. So it's not about, you know, like having that, like, you know, luxurious lifestyle. It's really like everything is about family, and that's what I want to do. So that is the reason why I'm building my business. And guess what happened? This is like really unexpected, but you know, my company, they do these incentive trips and they're absolutely amazing. We had amazing trips that we earned, that they took us and flew us to the Bahamas. We went to Cancun. We went to all these like amazing places here in the US. But now this year's trip, and they just announced this yesterday, is actually going to be in Dubrovnik in Croatia. So just imagine, you know, not only that I want to bring my family there, but now I have the ability to bring my team with me, people that I'm actually working with, to bring them over there on this incentive trip. So there's something that we have to be working for until we go next year in September, and this is the first month to qualify. So I'm so excited about this. This is my dream, really, because my business is providing me all these amazing things already that I was able to go this year. But now I'm able to bring my team, and hopefully, like, what my goal is to open that market as well, that we will be working there, so I can work there while I'm there as well, and, you know, bring this amazing opportunity to people in Croatia as well and the rest of the Europe. So that's my thing, you know. So this is something that really outweighs all the things that I mentioned, all the challenges that you will have when you are working from home. So what are some of the other perks? I mean, that is like my big one, my biggest one. But then, you know, just having that freedom. I'm very big believer in you know, my body, my choice. I don't like the mandates. I don't like being mandated what to do, you know, have that boss telling me what I have to do and what I can, what I can't, when I can take time off, when I can't. So that is like a huge for me, to have that autonomy in your life where you can decide autonomy is the right word, in your life, where you can decide how you want to live, how you want to work, what hours you want to work, when you want to spend time with family, when you want to travel, and all that stuff. So if you haven't yet downloaded my guide, how to 7 legit ways for moms to make money from home, you can do it now. I'm going to drop the link below so you can have this amazing life as well. And in there I actually share my favorite way on how I work from home and what was my favorite way and recommendation. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you again soon.